can't focus on them negatives, and you just got to give it the best you can. And that's when the next season I really gave it a go. I come back stronger. There was a period actually I come back too strong because I hadn't been on the football pitch. All you can do is pump weights. So for a slight guy like me, I was pushing like 120 kilograms on a bench press, which is unheard of because I channeled my energy into the gym. So when I come back, if you got within arm's reach, you couldn't get around me. But if you went any further, I couldn't move.
Yeah, RoboCop.
Yeah, literally. And I remember being on the bike one day, and Ray Wilkins goes, "Fuck me, what's happened to you, fucking Hulk?" Like, I remember thinking, but it took a few months to then adjust and drop the weight, lose some muscles, and then kind of get that balance, of strength and agility, really, because the bigger you are, the less agile I find you are.
Yeah, and so that 2004-2005 season, I think it was probably you made your most appearances. I think you played 25 games that season.
Yeah, that's the one I was referring to with Dennis and Ray, where we could have made me the playoffs for the Premier League, and then who knows?
So if you were bulking up, you must have been quite good at the boxing training.
Well, it depends what boxing you're talking about. Whether it's the unlicensed boxing fights that used to happen in the physio room that I was part of the organisation on, or the boxing matches on the train, or one of the pre-season camps which we went to.
Yeah, I think it was Darren Ward was telling us in another one of these about how Dennis introduced boxing into training, and nobody wanted to fight Kevin Braniff because apparently he was a bit handy. Well,
them Kevin Braniff stories come from the kind of unlicensed, obviously. We used to put in the physio room we used to put the mats around the physio room, kind of walls, and we'd come in. I think someone bought some boxing gloves. And if you had an argument, if you had a dispute or anything like that, you just say, "We'll get the boxing gloves on," and you put that was our safety measure. So you put the mats around, just in case someone fell over and bashed their head. That was the safety to it. You just have a fight. Everyone would come and watch, and you just have a fight. So I think Kevin Braniff done quite well in that. And then he obviously the story was when I think he fought Robbie Ryan in the training sessions with Dennis. And
that's Robbie right, yeah.
Yeah, and then Robbie ended up not winning anymore. I think Braniff had done a bit of boxing back in his younger days,
So he was the one who nobody wanted to come up against.
Not sure it was nobody want to come up against, because most people are quite game, but probably would have got put on her ass, even if he had stepped in the ring with him.
Yeah, we can only imagine this happening at Millwall, can't you? The physio's rooms transformed into a boxing ring after training for you to iron out your disputes.
Yeah. To be fair, the physio room was the hub of shenanigans. Definitely.
Yeah, was that Bobby? We used to call him Bobby Backache back then. Was that him, or was it Gary Doherty back then?
Jerry Doherty, great walk.
Jerry Doherty, that's right.
Jerry Doherty was a physio for a number of years. He's a great guy, Jerry. So that would have been that time. Bobby Backett come in under. It was kind of.
I think he came in a little bit later, didn't he?
Yeah, a lot later. Yeah, when the kind of managers were changing all the time. That kind of period.
So what happened to the physio when you commandeered his room? No wonder no bugger was ever fit.
It was more in the gym than the physio room. Jerry wouldn't have that. Jerry would knock you out. Jerry was. I remember seeing Jerry chasing playing. He was very serious about his job, very serious, and if he felt you weren't taking it seriously, you were getting told, or you were getting a punch. Like, I remember him chasing Joe Dolan around the room one day. And remember people when you're out for so long, kind of 6-month periods, that kind of time, which some injuries are, you're in day. It's almost like a relationship with your missus, but you can attack this person because they're a bloke. so yeah. you're there's a range of emotion. Some days you're coming in really angry, frustrated. Some days you're buzzing to work, And Jerry, what expected the high standard of work every day. So when there might be an off day, is the day like Jossie Joe was out a long time. He was obviously frustrated. He had a broken leg. He'd done a cruciate twice as well. I think it was 2 broken legs in there. So he would have we'd all have off days, And I think on this off day, Joe hadn't taken everything Jerry said to the exact words, and with Joe's running around with knee brace on his knee, having an operation 2 weeks earlier, getting attacked by Jerry, and that was just